Hello and welcome to Shadow of the Broker Jiramma Drama Team Saboteur. I am Jeff. I'll be your GM for the session. And with us we have Aiden, Macron, Dara, and R2. And so I'm going to move you guys over to... So as you're moving through Nar Shaddaa, there's lots of crowds and things like that all across, well, just everywhere. Moving through, this is a very, very big deal that you guys are... that is happening with all of this. And as you make your way towards the spaceport, or just around, you see an incredibly massive yacht. It sort of towers above all of the others, and you see dozens of gangplanks leading out onto it. You see people dressed in all manner of garb, entering and exiting and entering the gangways and things like that. And so what you have here is the map that Minalod has given you, and you immediately recognize this as being Clan Jiramma's. I'm trying to think of it. What's a good name for a barge of this size? The Pleasure Palace.
Garbage scow?
No, the Pleasure Palace of Clan Jiramma. And it really is just that. It is massive. Just cursory glances around, you see people and aliens of all races, of all sort of credos, all boarding and leaving and carrying on tons of cargo and things like that. And you see that at every entrance there are two guards at each side. So two at the very entrance of the gangplank, and then two inside the barge as well, checking baggages, checking people, checking sort of everything.
Okay, Dara will grab out her macro binoculars and take a quick look at what the guards are wearing.
Okay. So you see they're wearing armored uniforms. All of which have the Clan Jiramma symbol emblazoned on them. No helmets, so just open faces and things like that. Yeah, and so before Shallow leaves you, he does outfit you guys with two different camouflage kits. One's a regular, so just your standard camouflage, and the other is the flesh tech camouflage set.
Okay, Dara will go. Do you have any of their armor? At least.
To Shallow or Shallow?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He kind of laughs at you. Why would I have Clan Jiramma armor? That makes absolutely no sense. Well, he's actually not. He's not there with you guys now. Just before you left, he gave you these kits as a present from Minalod for use in this endeavor. So, he's not with you.
Are there any away from the ship?
No, you do not see any of the guards sort of away from the ship. Yeah.
Oh, well, there goes that plan out of the window, guys.
I think R2 would chirp up and say, the guards probably know each other, so posing as them wouldn't work. We could act as an outside contractor crew of, engineers or something.
You totally could do that?
Spaceport maintenance.
Smacker might pass as a party goer, I suppose.
Yeah, I was thinking either that, or we could get up some false credentials and try to drag ourselves up a bit to pass as a freelance.
I could probably bribe some people and negotiate some people into stuff, but I'm not very skullduggerous.
Are there any spaceport maintenance workers hanging around anywhere?
Well, you don't really see any hanging around.
Or working.
You do see some. You don't see any maintenance workers sort of working on the outside of the barge, or the yacht. But you do know that there are maintenance workers inside, because maintaining something of this sort of this impossible size. Like you can't even where you're at now. You can't take it all in with like one glance. You'd have to turn your head and you'd have to walk a bit
Walk
of a
around the
distance
ship, yeah.
to get the full scope and the full scope of just what this is. Yeah.
Do we see any kind of like so there's like one main, like, for lack of a better word, gangplank onto it, right?
There isn't one. There is one main one leading up to the main deck of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
but that one has lots more guards, and it seems like they're the only people who are going on it are either Hutts of Jiramma, like some that are arriving now on Nar Shaddaa, or other incredibly important people that are closely tied to Jiramma.
So you said there's not just the one though, right? There's other.
No, there are dozens leading to all
Yeah.
like different entrances on the yacht because supplies need to get loaded, personnel needs to get loaded, things like that, and they just can't have the riffraff walking up, rubbing elbows with the elite.
Are any of them unguarded?
No, all of them are guarded.
Or lightly?
Well, not lightly. You see, the guards are well armed.
Okay.
And there are 4 guards at each gangplank, and they're not so far away that if one of them runs into trouble, that the others will not be able to hear it or take notice of it.
Gotcha.
We're just gonna need to lie our way in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, R2 might be able to go in, just casually stroll in as a droid. Droids are kind of invisible to people sometimes.
Yeah, I bring that point up quite often.
Yeah.
That is.
I just want to kind of get the group in there because I could probably solo this myself, but we kind of need to take you guys with me.
How willing are you to put a drink tray on your head?
I might have to shoot you.
He'd have to acquire one first.
I'm just trying to play up the idea of you can all go in as my entourage.
It's possible. I mean,
I just think you would fit the picture a bit better if you had like a drink tray on your head and I was constantly trying to drink off of you like you were a server droid.
The Duval name does carry quite a bit of weight, so it is possible.
Because what you could always do is, as you are reaching for the glass or whatever, R2 decides to move a little bit forwards out of reach, so you have to keep moving forwards.
Yeah. No, I imagine if anything, I would probably be more like the personal assistant secretary type droid because I can't imagine you would need to take a drinking droid with you. You're not that much of an alcoholic. You got to keep yourself frosty for when you get on the ship, and then you can drink your fill.
No, but he
but
is.
The guards treat drunks so much easier.
That is something that has happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And if he is going to be posing as an aristocrat, why not have a personal droid that just is one of the most advanced sentient beings in the galaxy, but his only purpose is to serve you drinks? Like, that's kind of a big status thing.
Yeah, he's just a mobile table.
Yeah. But, brain the size of a planet, and he's reduced to a walking table.
We would probably have to acquire that somewhere first. I don't know if we'd have to get that on the ship.
I don't know. If you guys if you want to go that route, it certainly is possible.
I would say we could flip a Destiny to say we have one or found one nearby, but
yeah, it's alright.
It's
I wouldn't make you flip for something that easy, that small as well. Like you could find something that could work as a table or something. It's just sort of affixing it to the round dome that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I got nothing in all my little, storage compartments here. I don't have a table hidden in there.
It's all right. No one's blaming
Just
you.
a serving tray. We could probably find. I mean, it's a spaceport. There'd be plenty of cantinas.
You'd find one.
Alternatively, he can just hold the drink in one of his little robot hands.
That's true.
But then it looks like he's drinking it.
Fair enough.
I could be a classy droid. Give me a top hat and a monocle.
You know what? That wouldn't be bad. That'd be a good part of the disguise.
An alcoholic droid.
So is that kind of the plane you're going to go with? Macron Duval and his
staff.
His coterie.
Hodor, yeah.
Okay.
Does this mean we have to find new outfits?
Yeah.
It probably means our weapons are going to be scrutinized.
I mean, you guys are probably just the muscle. I'm just the table.
It's a
We could
possibility.
theoretically be bodyguards.
You
Could
could. You like bodyguards are not uncommon. Yep, especially for those who are attending such a grand excursion as this. But if you just plan on walking up, that is a thing you can do. But there is more prep work you can do to make your entry to the barge easier. If you're going to go that route. If you guys want to shop for, like, I don't know, uniforms or something else, if Macron would like some new duds to fit his new demeanor that he's going to be going with, that's possible as well.
I have some noble regalia I can whip out of my trunk on the ship.
You may want to do that before you get on the ship.
I mean, not
Oh.
that ship, but our ship.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. All right, so you can definitely totes put that on, and all the boosts and things that go with it. Yeah, is there anything else you want to do just to kind of lay the groundwork? Or do you just
Maybe
want
some kind
to
of-
go up?
Maybe some kind of, not necessarily badges, but some kind of identification that we're his bodyguards.
Blood
Okay.
stripes.
Blood stripes wouldn't go over well for non-Corellians wearing them if a regular Corellian sees them on you.
Yeah.
We might want to just do some research about what might be going on the ship right now, so we actually know about what sort of party we're attending.
Alrighty, so
Maybe
you
R2
all can make we'll say it's an average perception or vigilance. Gonna say with a setback, due to some of the stuff being in crates and boxes and bags and things like that.
Does anyone have any perception better than 1?
Well, perception or vigilance, because you're
I have
actively
one perception.
searching for a reasonably specific thing.
I have
And I'll upgrade it.
perception of 2 with macro binoculars.
Okay, well, it's
The
just that I
binoculars
have
really aren't
4.
going to help you much in this. So do you want one person to do it, or will you all be trying it?
Well, I think
And it's
Macron
perception
and
or
Dara
vigilance.
could pool their resources. Well, it's like, because I either can put 3 yellow dice behind a villager's tech, or with Dara, put 2 yellows and 2 greens behind it.
What about if I was trying to like scan the contents? Because I have a scanner. Give me an idea what's in there.
Okay, you can definitely try it. It's gonna be a daunting skullduggery check to make sure
shit.
that or like skullduggery or stealth to make sure that you scanning cargo is overlooked. But I will give you 2 boosts because you're a droid, and droids are
Okay.
often overlooked.
The skullduggery or
Stealth.
Oh, I'm torn because that's either 3 green or a yellow and a green.
3 green's probably better.
Oh,
No
against
triumphs,
4
but-
purples. Should we distance ourselves from him?
Yeah, we could also just not do it.
All right. You said
Oh no,
gonna-
he already committed, I guess.
If you're gonna go for it, I am gonna. Well, are you gonna go for it?
Sure, why not?
I'm going to upgrade it, so it'll be 1 red, 3 purple.
Everyone, let's go stand over by this cantina.
All right, well, I'll
pretending we're doing
upgrade it as
something
well.
else.
Yeah.
Yes, good idea. So we are obviously not in this. Ooh, nice.
Nice. So you go unnoticed, and as you scan things, you see a lot of it's food, well-preserved food from all over the galaxy. Lots of different types of liquors, beers, things like that. There's quite a bit of spices and things like that. Some drugs.
Does it say spices or spice? That's a
Spice,
very
yes.
different thing. Yeah.
Different varieties of spice. So food, drink, spice. You get a good sense that they're stocking up for a good long time, and for a good long kind of party.
Okay, I have a question though. Maybe I could see if I could do some of these advantages to see if maybe I could come across some uniforms of some types, be they guard or some sort of staff, and maybe be able to swipe those without being seen.
Roll a force die.
Roll a force die.
Roll a force die.
Probably not.
The only sort of garb you're able to find are dancers' garbs.
Well, guys, we
So
could put Dara's a female, right? Put Dara in there and say we're escorting her on.
that is something that might work. As you watch, you do
Subject to Dara's
see
approval, I think.
Subject to Dara's approval.
You do see women of all sort of races and creeds and things like that walking on. Many of them are just wearing simple robes as they walk on, but they definitely look like they are a part of the. You're not sure. You want to say evening, but with everything that's going on, it seems like it's going to be like for the week or month long party that's going to be going on this on the Pleasure Palace.
Well, I'd swipe it and bring it back and tell people what I found and give them all the information and pose the plan to Dara. If she says no, we can chuck the thing over the railing and
you may make a stealth check again. It's going to be hard with 2 setbacks this time because you're dragging a decently large crate.
I can't just like put the thing inside the little cargo cylinder body of me?
Oh no. It's a fairly large bag. It's not as big as you, but it's big enough to where it won't fit inside you.
Wait, it's a bag?
Well, yeah, they're like you wouldn't really box up dancers' garbs or things like that.
I thought maybe I was just going to be able to like swipe one.
Oh, then that'll still be a stealth check because you're gonna have to open whatever it's in. Actually, yeah.
Just take the bag.
We'll say it's hanging out. We'll say it's like sort of hanging on one of those like costume racks you see backstage, at like plays and things like that. To swipe one, you will need it will be a stealth check.
Okay, not bad.
I would think that would be skullduggery.
I'll say it'll be hard. Yeah. So stealth or skullduggery, we'll say it'll be hard with 2 setbacks because you're a little droid that's going to be running away with some level of garment.
So, and you said hard is 3, right?
And I'm going to upgrade it.
Well, if you're going to upgrade it, I'm going to upgrade it. Because, yeah, that'll be...
You can't flip the same destiny point.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep you guys light side.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't get caught here, and I don't know if I can not.
Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, what the hell? Let's see what happens. I'm going to fail this because I don't have enough. Yeah, I failed.
That's all right. So as you sort of
You probably snagged one, but it's probably something completely different. Would probably fit Macron.
No. So as you're like kind of eyeing this, you sort of reach your little mechanical hand up to quickly snatch away one of the skimpier costumes because you think, well, less material. People will think it's less it won't be missing. But you see, the person who's pushing the cart kind of like slaps your hand and goes, "No, go away," and shoos you away, and then continues on.
Out of curiosity, I thought the 2 boosts for him being a droid and being hard to notice was the fact that he was trying to take something, mitigate that.
Oh no. Actually, yeah, no. Try. Oh yeah. So instead, roll the 2 boost as well because you're a droid. I'm sorry, I forgot that.
Well, it's still.
It's still a wash. So they just push it past you. You're not able to grab something.
They went and pushed it away before I could snatch something, and just totally ignoring me.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
All right. Well, I'd roll back and update everyone and tell them that I couldn't get any sort of disguise.
Okay.
And I'd also, party hardy for months.
We're on Nar Shaddaa, right? I mean, like, there's a ton of shops around. I'm sure can we buy something instead of just trying to steal it from this boat?
Yeah, you can totally go shopping. If you want to go the Dara's a Dancer route, there's definitely shops that accommodate such tastes. If Dara is willing to go...
Alternatively, she could
as a male dancer.
You could have male dancers as well.
I'm just going to pass on that.
What about droid dancers? I think R2 could cut a mean rug.
There's not a huge demand for it, so it'll be harder to pass off.
He could be a disco ball.
This will cost danger money.
could just cover him in mirrored tiles.
Yes.
That would be hilarious.
This is the front door. I think we're overthinking this. Let's just try a thing and see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's just go shopping and
Just buy some kind of uniforms for me and Dara.
All right. So if you let's see. So it's,
Negotiation for that, if you wanted.
yeah, we'll say you're able to find a uniform shop. Just do you want just like standard bodyguard garb, just the matching uniforms? We'll say it's like 200 credits each. Yeah, like 200 credits.
Okay.
Each. So 400 total if you want to negotiate that down.
No, it's not a big deal. Do you want me to cover the whole thing, or do you have your half, Dara?
I'm actually thinking of something like, if I can get my thingy working, something like that.
Sure. I guess.
You know, Kate Beckinsale underworld thing.
Oh, that's going to be a little more expensive. Because that is it's going to be a different material. It's a different look. So that'll actually be that'll outfit run you about 1,500 credits.
Yep, she can afford that.
Okay.
I assume this would replace my current armor. Does it have like a soak value or anything?
Yes. No soak value. It's just like a standard uniform.
Okay.
Well, we'll say they're effectively heavy clothing, so we'll say like 1 soak.
Okay.
But like no defenses, no hard points, no fun accoutrement, things like that.
Right.
Yeah, so you've got 2 bodyguards, a droid, and Politico. All right, you're kind of rolling. Does Macron want to try to find anything to help elevate his status?
What else? What could he?
Oh, do we want a serving tray for R2 or something else, or what?
Well, I'll just say you find a serving tray. Like it's
Yeah.
5 credits. I'm not like you don't even need to bother.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I just didn't know if we'd actually done that yet.
yeah,
No,
there are
you could
probably
totally
several
have one.
things we could get, but none are coming to mind.
There is that staff of office kind of thing you could get. That I think it just gives 2 boosts though for.
But that's just for convincing people that you can keep the staff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Well, Derek Paz is obviously she is definitely showing quite a bit of cleavage as Macron's PA. Obviously, if you will double as something like a bodyguard.
Okay, yeah, that's totally okay.
I don't know. I was just looking at like false credentials or something, but that doesn't really work for this.
I mean, if you throw R2 an old data pad, he could probably hack up
Slice
some
them.
credentials.
Yeah.
His computer checks is crazy awesome.
Well, then here, if you wish to toot your own horn, you can use my data pad.
No, this is where I'm going to screw it up somehow. Somehow.
All right, so to falsify credentials, you can reasonably assume that there's going to be a list of invitees to get on the barge. In fact, you don't even need to roll. You know there's going to be a list, and there's going to be someone who's checking that list and someone who's double checking that list. And since you know your names will not be on that list, you need to get an invitation. And so
or you could actually, give Macron somebody else's information and ticket, and hope the other guy doesn't come in.
Or just
if he
insert him
does,
into
they'll
the list.
already have us. We already have Mr. Smith here. You can't be Mr. Smith. Get out of here.
And that could cause a lot of problems.
By then, this whole place will be done. This whole thing will be done.
Maybe You don't know. That's
I wouldn't
the
count on it.
thing. Yeah, this is like the happening shindig of like the galactic standard year.
Cool. So what's my difficulty for doing this
So
slicing?
will
So
Macron be helping you, assisting you in any way?
I don't think I need help. I have 4 ranks and 4 intellect.
Okay.
I could always give you a boost.
I
Yes.
have 2 boosts if you want to add me another boost.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
why not?
what I was looking for. So because I'm certain R2 isn't well versed in Hutt protocols, it was going to be a quite difficult check because you're trying to falsify documents that you have absolutely no idea the order or things like that. But because Macron is helping you, it's going to be a choose your own difficulty for how much detail you want to put into it and what you want it to be, and that will also determine the difficulty. I'm going to shut up. So it'll be a set your own difficulty, and if you set upgrades and things for it, I will take that into consideration.
I think I could do 2 purple and a red
Okay.
safely.
All right.
And I'm only getting the 2 boost from my gear, right? I'm not getting a boost from anyone else.
You're getting a boost for Macron.
Okay.
Because that's why you're getting to choose your own difficulty, and I'm going to upgrade it. So it'll
Okay,
be 2
so
red.
another red.
Yep.
Nice.
How about that triumph makes it if they have to roll against it, it's going to be 3 red.
That's exactly what I was going to do. You read my mind. Yes. So you are able, with Macron's help, you're able to make a very official looking Clan Jiramma invitation to the Pleasure Palace for this ritual combat to view, not to be a part, not to take part.
Yeah. As a spectator.
Yeah. And we'll say yeah. So you've got that, and you've got everyone together. I'm assuming Dara, Aiden are going. You've given them false names, or do you want to use their names?
Yeah, no, I always use false names.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got that. So how do you proceed?
Let me just check one thing here. I think we have... Oh, yeah, I'm not paying that much for that. Yeah, I think we're just going to... Now, with Dara dressed up, we have our credentials. Are we going to have Aiden be our... Is it Aiden or Aiden? I forgot.
It depends on how you feel like pronouncing it.
Okay, Aiden it is. Are we going to have Aiden kind of bulked up as our...
I will be the guard, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so let's all just make sure that he has our weapons. Bog him down with them.
Except for Meister, of course.
Oh, yeah, that I keep.
So it would just be Dara's, really, right?
No, Macron has a force pike, which actually might be a bit heavy. Because
I do only have 2 encumbrance open, although I can give someone else my extra reloads or something.
How much is Dara's rifle?
Oh, she's not taking her rifle today. She is taking her 2 really, really cool Dragonite repeaters.
Okay,
all
so
right.
she's got a pair of blaster pistols.
Then I guess all you need to hold is my force pike. Well, that's weird. It should have the balanced tilt on it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So that's actually 3 encumbrance.
Did someone else want to hang on to my extra reloads?
I guess I could just put that. Does anyone have? Is that just 1 encumbrance?
1 for each. I have 2 of them.
Oh.
What is the encumbrance of your force pike?
It's 3, but it makes a lot more sense for the bodyguard to be holding it than
Because
anyone else.
I could, Carrot, you could say, yeah, please hold this for me, and you've just forgotten to ask for it back.
Well, I mean, if you want to throw the
I
extra
think it makes a lot
reloads in
more
R2.
sense. Yeah, I think it just makes a lot more sense for us to pass around the extra reloads and let Aiden hold the force pike, especially since Does R2 have any encumbrance left? Since those
My encumbrance is maxed out to the very last point, but I'm pretty sure having a little bit of extra isn't going to just make it so I go all Minecraft and can't move.
Yeah,
no,
one extra encumbrance won't really affect your movement.
I
There's got
just
6
give me the extra reloads. I have.
Yeah, the extra reloads aren't going to trip any alarms or anything. So whoever has the spare space, like Macron, for example, could.
Yeah, and I'm wearing ropes, so they're gonna have to like check under my frock to see what I got.
Yeah.
Oh dear, please don't.
Yeah, I hope they don't. But yeah, with that set up,
Yeah, I know onto the force spike. What's the stats on that?
it's quite a nice force pike. It
In
has.
case I need to use it for some reason.
It has stun 5, an accurate 1 with mods, and then it just has the default stats otherwise with the pierce 2 and the stun setting. Oh wait, I can probably just copy and paste this, can't I?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
PDFs
hold
are great.
on. Oh no, I can't
Oh.
copy and paste right off of this. I don't have the PDF on me.
Plus, Ogdudes doesn't make it a editable
Well,
media.
if you need to use it, it uses the melee skill, and we can just go off of that.
Yeah, we can figure out the damage and all that when we need to. But I
Yeah.
have the,
Anyway, so we have that set up, and with that redistribution, we will then approach one of the entrants.
All right. Which one will you be? Will you be going for the grand entrance, or one of the offshoot ones, one of the side ones where stuff is sort of being loaded?
Oh, I do not go in with the help. I shall go in the grand entrance.
Excellent.
and we'll follow closely behind.
So as you approach, you're stopped, and there are 4 guards who stand there. They stop you and go, "Name?"
This is probably where Dara would hand him the invitation. I'm guessing if she's your PA.
Yes. This is.
Oh, hold
Command-
on. I already got it. Atrim Makel.
Etrim Mikkel. He checks you see him look down, and the other 3 guards keep their eyes trained on you. And he says, "There's no listing for you here. Go away."
What preposterous! I was invited by I know he already said it. I want to say Jiramma, but that's the name of the
Lello.
clan.
I think Lello was the hunter.
Yeah, I was invited by Lello himself to watch the ritual combat.
I even gave you the original, and you signed the copy, and I transmitted it straight away.
This is preposterous.
So
I shall make sure that I shall enter, and I shall make sure Letha knows how poorly you've treated me.
So that's going to need to be a social check.
I'm just gonna give him a little scowl. The guy a little scowl, like, are you serious? Just let us through.
So it's going to be 3 red, 2. It's going to be coercion or deception.
I could take either or. I am lying, but
Yeah, you are. But you're
But you're
coercing.
lying with a threat.
You are threatening him. So we'll say coercion is going to be against 3 red. 3 red.
My face tally will actually go through the listing and say, "Look, here it is," and literally point at the data pad.
Maybe shove it in his face.
The
This is the date and time it was actually sent and received.
So are you actually showing him the invitation, or are you trying to point
Oh,
out?
yeah, I'm showing him the invitation.
Okay, so so he's got to make a check first. That's 3 red. That. Okay.
Would he be slightly distracted with?
No.
No.
He's not. It's
It's his job.
Yes, it's a part of the job description. So with his failure, it will upgrade your check against him to convince him with the invitation. But the triumph is going to upgrade your difficulty as well. So it'll be a 1-to-1 upgrade, an upgrade on each side. The coercion you're rolling against is going to be 3 red and a purple, and you'll be rolling your coercion.
All right. All right.
Do I even have any boosts for like shoving this document in his face?
The boost you got was him checking the invitation and seeing that it is not being able to find fault within it. That was the boost.
As far as he knows, it's legit.
Yep, it is legit.
Of course.
So he says, please, sir, wait one moment, while I
Hold on. And I grab his shoulder and I say, perhaps we could work something out just between us. And I pull out a nice cred stick.
I will assist him somehow.
you don't really need to. How many credits are you willing to slip him?
1,500.
All right. So he looks down. He doesn't even look down. He just sort of moves to shake your hand, and he goes, "Oh, of course, sir. I'm so sorry. Of course you're allowed on. Go, please." And he waves you through. And he radios ahead to the other guards to let you through. And to not check you.
We should have led with that.
Well, I only have so many funds. I thought it was worth trying getting in on our own.
All right. So as you enter into the main area, the main reception area, you see several huts, all from Clan Jiramma, including Lello, in this area, and a man announces you as Atrem Mikal and his associates. And everyone sort of turns and looks at you. And of course, they're still talking and there's some murmuring. And I'm going to need everyone to make a hard cool check. Because you've never had this much attention placed on you. And you are literally...
I don't think anybody's placing any attention on me.
The droid's pretty much exempt because, of course, if he's coming up this way, he must have droids. So hard cool check from everyone.
Would the Noble Regalia allow me to decrease the difficulty of this since it would actually downgrade, so never mind. Oh, well, that means I probably could have whatever. Long story short.
I'm going to be upgrading it for the three of you. So you do get to use that downgrade.
Oh, yay.
But it'll be a 1 red, 2 purple cool check. For all of you to sort of keep your cool. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's a shame.
All right. So, Macron, you are cool as a cucumber. It's been a little while, but you're able to you stride in like you own the place. Dara and Aiden kind of hang back a little bit. This is completely new to you. And Lowell the Hutt, he approaches and he throws his arms open and goes, Atrem, what wondrous, what good fortune to see you. He throws his arms out and he extends a hand to shake yours. And he says, though I am not personally familiar with you or your family, if you are welcome to Clan Jiramma's Pleasure Palace.
Thank you for the gracious welcome, Letho the Hutt. I am most honored, and I give not a supplicant bow, but I give a head, neck, shoulder bow with my arms back.
Okay.
Very theatrical.
Yes, and he nods his head in agreement, and he says, "Come, let me show you some of the festivities." And so he's going, and he snaps his fingers, and the rest of you are expected to follow. So Dara and Aiden, could you please change your names to add 1 setback? So for your next cool check, you're going to have 1 setback because you failed. And you're now sort of being led around and shown by Lello the Hutt, the guy you've been sent to kill via explosive, which is kind of funny. And of course, he leads you around. He shows you the extravagant buffets with every manner of food and drink you could ever considerably dream of, and several that you never knew existed. Um, he shows you all of the exotic dancers that are there, um, many of which are wearing practically no garb or garbs of different tastes um, and appetites. And he asks you a bit about your family, um, what your family business is, where you're stationed, that kind of thing. So what do you say to him?
Hmm. Feel like he's trying to elicit something out of me. Could I perhaps
You're a multi.
no, what I'm thinking is seeing if I can't bend the questions around to see that he actually tells me more about myself than I tell him.
That sounds like either charm or deception, I would think.
That's yeah. I'll what are you gonna go for? Either charm or deception?
I'm gonna go with yeah, I'm gonna go with deception.
Okay, it's gonna be 5 red. Um, he is a clan
He is
leader.
hot.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a clan leader, and for an ancient clan, I'm actually tempted to make it 6 red, but I think 5 red will do for now. Um, and of course, as he's showing you around, all of the other huts are staring at you, like they've stopped their conversations with other people and they're staring at you.
Okay. I'm going to have I guess you would count him as like underworld nobility.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, yeah, so that downgrades it to 1 purple, 4 red, and then I'm going to activate unmatched expertise to make it that gets rid of the purple and then kind of replaces it. Okay, yeah, so it should be 3 red, 1 purple. Can't really see any way I could get unskilled assistance from this, so I'm not going to put that there. Yeah, all right, so it's actually going to be 3 yellow, 1 green against 3 red, 1 purple. So
Maybe Dara or Aiden kind of corroborates some of your story. Like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, I remember that.
Nah, because of the way he's
No,
going.
he's not talking to any of you, and he's
That's
not.
true.
Yeah, he doesn't acknowledge the help. All right, fingers crossed. Oh wow.
All right.
Nice.
That's a lot of stuff.
As much as you hate, so take the threat of strain. As much as you hate Hutt politics, you feel quite at ease in your element. And again, it's been a while since you've had to flex these particular muscles. But yeah, you're able to twist the questions, and Lelel, he bellows and laughs, and yeah. So well, he's not. Well, you're not quite sure what the McCall family is in. In fact, did Macron take this name from someone he knew, or because I'm not sure, like if there is an actual McCall like noble house, and or
yeah,
what
you
do.
can say maybe subconsciously he pulled it from memory. Like it's another family in the core worlds that probably deals in some illicit dealings in the Outer Rim.
Yeah, you know they do. He asks you about how the trade is going, and you're able to twist it so that they're into spice trading, heavy into spice trading, as well as supplying a good portion of the spice to some of the core worlds. You know that the McCall family. You learn the McCall family has close ties with the Empire, as they are big Imperial supporters within the core. Use the droid. Good one, R5 or R2. And that's really kind of it. There hasn't been a lot of direct dealings between Clan Jiramma and McCall, but Lelel definitely doesn't mind the company, and he enjoys it. Like well, he revels in it, and he's always looking for another opportunity to network with people close to the Empire, and you're currently the closest he's gotten besides direct contact.
All right. As we're getting chummy with each other, Macron will, look around, appraise the fine things Litha has put out for his guests, and ask aloud, remind me again the nature of this journey. You seem to have heavily stocked up. Are you taking this trip on a very long ride?
He sort of, ho, 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 ho. Oh, this party doesn't, I don't plan on this party ever ending. Once we slap down that upstart clan Vermilic in the ritual combat, our clan will once again assert its dominance and the dominance of all ancestral clans over these young upstarts. How dare they challenge the mightiest of the clans, Jiramma.
Yes, well, consider this a great opportunity to remind the upstarts why those of the privileged class remain where they are today.
And he gives you a hearty slap on the back, and he laughs deeply.
Hopefully not with that cybernetic arm.
No. And so I'm going to need another hard cool check from everyone. Because hard but with a boost, or 2 boosts, because now it seems like the other Hutts have now relaxed, now that you've gained sort of Lelel's slap of approval.
Cool is one of my career skills. Would you still let me apply unmatched expertise to it?
Yes, I'll let you still apply unmatched expertise to it.
I think R2 might beep up real quietly and maybe remind Duval here to see if he can't get some information out of the Hutt about maybe what's going to be involved in the challenge, what he has planned to go down. That way we could maybe send some info to the fighters so they can get some kind of heads up to prepare.
Started yet?
Actually, let me ask Tommy if it has started.
While you do that, I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom.
Alrighty.
Because if in our little mission we can do something to help out the warriors.
You're probably not gonna. Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
We should set the bomb first and then see what we can do, I think. Because
multitasking is what we is an important skill.
Unless something comes up in the progress of our initial mission, I'd say.
Yep. But
I mean, the mission is always the priority, but we need to make sure that if we can do something along the way, and we should probably pull it off because we might not get the chance to otherwise.
Yeah, so I reckon that R2 should, scurry along if he can get out of here and.
I could have peeled off at least a dozen times. I just wasn't sure if the party wanted me to just go off and handle this on my own, while you went out here and dilly-dallied with the Hutts.
You could, at the very least, maybe, while this is happening, not necessarily go and do, accomplish the goal, but I mean, get a map and figure out where we have to go.
He already gave us the schematics to the ship, didn't he?
You do, but unfortunately you don't have the schematics for the engine rooms. That was one thing that Minalod was unable to get his hands on.
Okay, well,
you know about where it is, so you know what decks you have to go through.
Okay.
But you don't exactly know the layout. So there will be some checks if you decide to do it.
Go ahead and slice the computer if you can.
Yeah, I can peel off while Duval here is talking to the Hutts and dilly-dallying with the slimy slugs. All right.
So if you want to sort of break off, it's going to be you've got to make a stealth check.
Okay.
Because you were in with Macron. Everyone saw you, even if they didn't acknowledge you.
Right.
So we'll say it'll be another hard stealth with 2 boosts for being a droid, and I'm going to upgrade it.
I would say, would you say that the guests all have rooms? I assume on this barge, right?
Yes.
Most it's meant to be a long-term thing, or some of them. So,
Oh,
Maybe we can kind of like. Okay, never mind.
Whoopsie. Sorry. I was
Tally
just
will
rolling
turn-
it. But let's
Okay.
see what you said.
Tally will turn to the droid and say, "Could you see if the master's abode is suitably comfortable for him?"
All right. Attend to the quarters.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was what I was going to get at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Minalod, not Minalod. So Lello will kind of just sort of wave you off and sort of like in a sense of giving you leave to go.
Like he,
Okay,
he,
cool.
he noticed
So
it happening,
in that
but he
case,
doesn't care.
yes, that is exactly it. I haven't heard from. I texted Tommy, but I'm going to message him instead and see.
We're still waiting on Jack anyway, so.
No, I'm back.
He's
I
back.
just
Oh.
I came back. Have to tell you guys though that Macron's having some ethical problems now because it seems like that bomb's gonna go off all this thing's on its pleasure cruise with a lot of people on board.
Yeah, if these people are here, they're not very nice.
Macron would need to see that for himself before he can let this go
So
any further.
as you're going along, you do see large view screens, and on it you see something weird. The arena you see doesn't look like one made for combat, and you see Team Warrior again. You see Team Warriors playing some sort of game, and Lilal is looking quite excited. And all of the other Hutts and everyone else has sort of been watching it sporadically as well.
Is it Hutt Ball?
It is Hutt Ball. It is definitely Hutt Ball. Yeah. And so Lilal is watching it. He leads Macron over to one of the larger view screens and says, "Aha! The combat has started. The downfall of Vermilic is soon at hand."
Oh, what an interesting choice of combat. I always expected it was never going to be as straightforward as those most boring affairs in the core worlds, but what was there a motivation for this choice?
Oh, ho, ho, ho. He laughed. It was actually my idea. The ruling council, of course, officially, no one but the ruling council knows what the combat is going to be, but being made up of ancient clans, there are those who talk, and there are those who can be bought. Yes, and so far you see that there's no one has scored yet, but it does seem like both teams are having a little bit of difficulty moving around. They're still getting
Remind
used.
me, isn't Huttball got some like automated, terrible trap type things?
Oh yeah, you see lots of fire traps. Some of the camera droids pan over the huge pits of acid that await for some unlucky player. You see
Okay,
two large fans that blow people up to upper levels and things like that.
Okay, yeah, because I remember messing around in Tor, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
All right. I guess when
hope
I
so,
peel
Becca's.
off, I might see if I can't hack into their little Huttball system as well and try to give the other team an advantage.
Well, that's not really my department, so I will
I know.
ask.
I know that it's like when things cross over like this, I also try to like see if you can't help out the other team too, while we're also trying to accomplish our mission.
Oh, and is R2 the only one that's been given leave, or
Yeah.
Yes, R2's the only one that's been given leave.
We told him to
Dara,
check on the
I-
corners.
Yes.
I might peel off and go see if there's a terminal somewhere near the quarters.
At the sight of such festivities like these, I feel so greedy keeping my private attendant with me. Tally, go entertain our fellow guests. Give them a good twist on the dance floor, too.
I'm afraid to say, I keep reminding you, Seth, that dancing is not my feat.
Well, all you have to do is do a little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. On the catwalk.
Well, I'm not a model, as you can see.
Lil kind of turns and looks at you, and he looks to Macron, and he says, "Why do you tolerate such impudence from your servants. And
She's really good in the sack.
Oh, good
She's just
deflection.
Tally is going to narrow eyes at him.
Oh.
As if to say.
Did Letho see that?
Supposed to say that.
Did Letho see her roll her eyes?
It'll be a very subtle eye roll.
Yes.
Well, since she's got red eyes and no pupils, so it's going to be quite hard.
He realized. Oh my god.
But she'll let her guts on drowning.
Dara, give me a daunting cool check. Oh my. That was great. All right.
Okay. For the one strain, Macron's just going to look at her and it's like, I forgive some of your insolence due to the personal favors you give me, but do not stretch your bounds.
And with that, Lello will actually he'll kind of clap his hands, and as he sort of motions to you towards the catwalk. And when he claps his hands, everyone kind of turns to look at you. And so, yeah.
Oh, well, I hope I've given R2 an excellent distraction.
Oh, you totally have. Like, at this point, R2, while all this is sort of happening, what would you like to do? I haven't heard back from Tommy about the Hutt ball thing, so for now I'm going to put a pin in it. Because that's his department. That's he's under that control.
All right. Well, that'll be a real easy way to run that. I'll just go to the terminal.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'll try to get the schematics, a layout of everything. Maybe see if I can't. And I'm real tech savvy, so I can do this fairly quick. I think I can reduce it by like 25%. So I'd get the schematics, download them.
Well, you're gonna need to slice into the system first. It's gonna be
easy.
a 2 red, 1 purple check.
2 red, 1 purple.
And I'll upgrade it to 3 red. As it's the ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that's
You can tell
interesting.
he's been waiting for this. You can tell.
I kind of have, but I haven't. I don't.
I have 7 advantages though.
I know. Okay, so you find the layout for the engineering deck. You know that it's towards the very bottom of the ship.
Yeah, of course.
So you have a ways to roll if you're gonna go, because this ship is like a mile long, and there's like 10 decks that you have to go through.
Yeah, there's a turbo lift somewhere. I'm sure.
Yeah, there are turbo lifts. And I'll say with the advantage, you get the access code that will access the turbo lift to take you straight down to engineering, and you know where that is. Yes. So while R2 is doing that, we flash back to Dara and Lello and everyone else who's currently looking at you expectantly, especially Lello. The catwalk has actually been cleared for you. There were some dancers on it, but it has been cleared. And
Show them your
She'll go up with head held high.
excellent. So when you get up there, I'm going to need you to give me a 3 red cool check. Yes, a 3 red cool check.
Any purple?
Nope. Just 3 red.
Okay. Do I still have that setback because I passed the last?
No, you don't have you do not have that setback.
Okay, cool. Just want to check.
Actually, before she rolls, could Macron perhaps roll some inspiring rhetoric?
Oh yes, only if you RP it.
In the form of a cat call.
Macron will raise the glass of whatever he has in his hand, because no doubt he has something to drink, and she says, You go, Talizora. Show these people why you're worth the big bucks.
I love it. Yeah, you know what? I'll let that. Did you want to make that inspiring rhetoric roll or?
Just did.
Okay.
Ooh, triumph.
Oh, and a
Excellent.
triumph too.
So you're gonna get a boost and an upgrade to your cool check. Yeah, Dara gets an upgrade and a boost from the inspiring words from Atram McCall.
Okay, so basically the music will be I'm Too Sexy. By
How
Roy
about with
Shaylo.
Shalos?
That was definitely Shaylos.
Yeah, I think that was definitely shows. But sure,
Um,
the DJ will spin something kind of deep, kind of beady.
Oh, I know. Against
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
I was a teenage anarchist. Okay, so that goes on. Yes,
Sure.
okay. So she'll just gets up. She gets up. Obviously, adjusts her chest. As the
Very
music
good.
starts, she will turn her head towards. I better roll, hadn't I, before I say anything? Yes, she will turn her head, walk down sexily, like as if to say, "You guys cannot afford me." She'll take her coat, her jacket, her long length jacket, and putting it down to her shoulders, obviously carrying on dancing, and she'll carry on going down, and the coat will hit the floor, and she'll just carry on until the music ends.
Awesome. You get like as you're doing this, everyone is absolutely loving it. They are going absolutely buck wild. Lello actually he's showing quite a bit more excitement. And he places his cybernetic arm around your shoulder, Macron, and he says, "I like the McCall family's tastes." Uh,
Indeed. we always strive for excellence.
And the finer things in life.
Exactly. Thank you, Aiden. I mean, Atom.
so to David, I haven't heard back, so I'm just gonna have to put a pin in that because I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I was just throwing that out there. So, like, if later he
Um,
did say,
and
it
I
could be like,
know I do know what I'm going to be using that despair for,
okay,
and
cool.
And he's not telling us.
exactly because
scariest
what good is
part.
a surprise if you tell everyone? And yeah, I'll say you can do the cross referencing. There is a great deal of okay.
Well, this was mostly for Mr. Duval, so I could care less, but the droids still consider it.
Yes, quite a number of the people on the guest list. There really aren't like criminals per se, but they're imperial well, not officers. They're members of the imperial sort of sympathy kind of thing. So they're all imperial supporters. That's the word I was looking for. Um, and a lot of bigwigs from Jiramma, all of the bigwigs from Jiramma, and a bunch of other stuff. So that's kind of what you get. Um, yeah, and so we'll get back to you now. So you get to the lift, you input the key codes, and as you go down, and as the elevator opens, make well, you don't even need to make a perception check. You see that there are some view screens in engineering, and what you see is Dara on the catwalk, dancing and very organically, provocatively. Of course, you see
real quickly, can I plug into a terminal and get a recording of that video?
Oh, yes, you can. I'm gonna say, since you already have access, it'll just be an average computers check because there are other people copying this as well.
Average, that's 3,
It's
yeah?
being
Average
seeded
is
by a
2.
lot of people right now. Yeah.
2, oh god.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
All right, yeah. So you have a 5K resolution full recording of this in your internal databanks.
Yep.
Yep.
To be played at leisure for other people and or blackmail purposes.
Of course, you being a droid, you have no idea as to why the organics are acting so crazy about another organic up there swinging.
I've
meaty
downloaded a medical
appendages.
database. I know exactly why they're acting crazy.
Yeah, but yeah. All right. But as you sort of roll out of the turbo lift, a few engineers turn and they look at you and they begin to talk. So it'll be a hard perception with we'll say 1 setback from the noise of the engineers kind of hooting and hollering.
Perception? I'm crappy at that.
Play the video for them as a distraction.
Would your scanner perhaps help?
I don't think scanners pick up audio.
Well, I'd be willing to give you.
If I will scan if it'll help.
So do they have Viagra in the waters? That's the question.
I didn't. Oh no! No, there's nothing like that. No spiking the punch at this party.
Are you kidding? At a hot party?
But yeah, I'll give if you're gonna use your scanner. Oh, geez, I don't know what to give you for that. I'll give you an upgrade and a boost for it.
Okay, an upgrade and a boost. I'll take both.
It'll pick up. It picks up audio as well as.
Okay, and what's the difficulty?
It'll be hard with 2 setbacks, and I'm gonna upgrade it. So it'll be 1 red, 2 purple, 2 setbacks.
Well, this might be too hard for me to pull off. Oh, barely.
Never say never. So the guy, one of the engineers says, "Who ordered the droid?" And they're talking amongst themselves, and they say, "We don't need any droids down here. We've got all the ones we need. What's this one doing here?" And one of them leaves.
If I would have heard this, I would have been like, I guess I could just roll up and just like, I'm going through taking diagnostics of the various areas by like Letho's orders or whatever, just to make sure everything's in running order.
Okay.
Letho's, what are they?
Lello. So
Lello.
I'll type it in the chat.
I probably still won't be able to pronounce the damn thing. Lel.
Oh yeah, it's a weird name. Well, I guess I can't say it's a weird name for Hutt because Hutts all have weird names. But yeah, it's one of the harder mnemonic or enunciation for names.
I like how the word you chose to describe how hard it is to pronounce is also hard to pronounce.
Yeah. Yep. So as you sort of roll up and you say that, the engineers kind of look quizzically at each other and says, "Lello sent you?" And so
his personal aide, but okay.
Okay. They all kind of look at each other, really kind of not worriedly, but with a little frustration, and a lot of I don't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. So one engineer asks, "What's your designation?"
Well, I've been spending I guess at least a good 15 minutes in the computers. What would be a good designation? Or do you mean like my
your
droid number / name
designation? Yeah.
I'd tell them I'm an R2D2 unit.
Or an R2 unit.
As if you
roll a force die for me.
Force die.
All these things screwing us over all day. Oh, all right. I take it back. Force die.
So
the Force wants me to win this.
Okay. So another engineer comes huffing up, he's a portlier fellow. He comes huffing up and as he stops and says, "One of the R2s and down there just malfunction. Need help with final calculations.
He sounds like he's gonna pass out.
He's huffing. He ran up.
I'd beep boop boop beep 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 and be like, okay, I can do that.
All right, and they all just in sort of the confusion because there's now drinks being passed around as replays of that video are going on of dancing, and like pretty much everything in the engineering bay has stopped. So you're able to slip down into the hyperdrive area, where you see the massive engines that push this thing, and they are the size of small shuttles. The engines are, and so the portly engineer, we'll call him Mitchell. Mitchell leads you over to one of the hyperdrive terminals and says, plug it and do your stuff, and then he leaves. Yeah.
All right, well, I'd probably go fix it real quick just so we can not have to deal with that, because the bomb's not going to work if the damn ship doesn't move.
Yep. So you're give me a hard astrogation.
Oh, hard astrogation, okay.
Yep.
I'm not as good at astrogation, but whatever.
You have light side points now.
That's true. I guess I could upgrade it. All right, so hard is 3 purple, right?
Yep.
Okay, just double checking.
All right. So you finish the calculations reasonably quickly. Well, this packet of them. You see.
So wait a minute. Am I plugged into the nav computer right now?
You're plugged into. You are, but you don't. You just have. You only. What you can tell is you only have access to this batch of data. And as you look around, you see there are like at least a dozen other R2 units all working at terminals similar to yours. If you'd like to get if you'd like to get more permissions in the navigational systems, it's going to require a slicing check.
I think I might try that.
Okay. It's going to be, let's see, you're already on the network. You have basic privileges.
Information is always worth it.
It is.
Could you, I don't know, as you're in the system, try like a feedback loop into the other R2 units?
See, I don't want to do that. That would draw too much attention.
Or one shorts out?
Well, one already did. That's why he got brought down there. But if
they all go down, then I'll be here full time.
Yeah, Dara, I'm gonna let you know that one of the big purviews for this mission is that there shouldn't be anything that draws suspicion. And things like a feedback loop in the nav computer, after one R2 unit just fried and they've magically found another one and then the rest fried, except for that one, it's going to raise a lot of suspicion.
And then that one disappears.
Yep. So to get further access into the navigational, it's going to be 2 purple, 2 red, and I'm going to upgrade it so it's... Oh, wait, hold on. Why didn't it flip? Oh, there we go.
I've been having that problem sometimes, too.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 red, 1 purple check to get into... to get higher access or higher level permissions in this particular network.
I would also like to upgrade mine.
Yeah, go right ahead.
What you could do is before you leave, fix the one R2.
Are you kidding me? Why can I not make any of these? I keep getting like a dozen bajillion advantages. All right.
So you're not able to get to higher permissions. You've got a good sense. I'll say with that. Oh my God, with that advantage.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh wait, I have natural programmer.
Oh, all right. You can.
You know what? This I don't need a second to spare. So, do I get to re-roll it with all my?
You roll the same check.
Okay. So.
Roll the exact same dice pool.
Okay.
Now it gets 3 despairs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I hope that happens. Like, I'm so sorry, but I really hope that happens.
Okay, let me make sure I put it all back together the right way.
All you had to do was put in a bomb.
Yeah, you could have done the bomb first. And
Or, yeah. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
get. So you're able to get. Oh wow. We'll say you're able to get administrative access into the navigational
nice.
the navigational.
I just want to be able to download where they've been and where they're going and all that kind of stuff because
Yeah.
nav
You
coordinates
get
could be important.
Yep. You get an itinerary of where sort of like the past 5 jumps have all been around through Hutt space, starting from where the Jiramma clan Jiramma is based, and then to Nar Shaddaa, and sort of the jumps in between that, and then afterwards they plan on sort of doing this little tour around Hutt space, visiting other base of operations for the other ancestral clans.
So
with
after I've
party
set
increase.
this bomb, can I calculate about where it's going to detonate?
It's gonna detonate right. It's gonna if your calculations are correct, and you know they are because you're a droid and you don't make bad calculations.
Well, he does from time to time.
You know that the bomb will go off over the Jiramma base of operations in that hyperspace. Unless you're Killjoy. Yep. So you know that right on their trip home is when it's gonna go boom.
All right. Well, let's make sure they don't have any problems. So have I done all the calculations and everything else is all fixed up good?
Not all the calculations aren't done yet. That's what the other droids are working on. But
Well, they can handle that.
your set of calculations are done.
Okay. Well, then I'll go place the bomb discreetly.
I'd say also fix the R2 that broke that enabled you to get in here before you leave.
You actually don't see that R2 unit there.
Yeah, he's already probably in engineering.
He's being melted
care of.
down.
Yeah, he's being melted down. So you find pretty much exactly you find a good hiding spot, to where you should be able to put this in, and it's going to be a 1 red, 2 difficulty, 2 purple mechanics check, to open the primary hyperdrive and insert the device.
I can use my custom tools, right? They're in me.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, just want to make sure because they give me a bonus. I got to remember how much though. They give me
You want to flip too. You don't want this blowing up on you.
And I will flip to make it a 2 challenge 1 or 2 red 1 purple.
2 red, 1 purple, and I'll add another green. I have all of that. Don't fail me now. Nailed it.
Awesome. Okay, so you've opened it, and now it's a choose your own difficulty for skullduggery, and you can combo it with other things. So you could do like skullduggery with your intelligence, hide it in order to hide it amongst the other inner workings of the hyperdrive, and hook it up. Or
skullduggery with intelligence.
Yeah, or you could do like a mechanics with your cunning.
Can't just do mechanics with my intellect.
No, because you're hiding it. So it's got to be. It's something like it's some other combination. If you're not,
I would probably do skullduggery, which I have 1 rank in, and my intellect, which is 4, as opposed to cutting my engineering down to. Well, wait a minute. If I still kept my ranks in mechanics, I have 4 ranks, and that would give me 2 cunning, so I would have 2 yellow and a green, right?
Well, no. Yeah. So if you have 4 ranks in mechanics and 2 in cunning, so your 4 ranks the 4 ranks in your mechanics would act as your base because it's greater, and then you'd have 2 upgrades because you have a 2 in cunning.
So
you'd be rolling 2
yellow,
2 purple.
Yeah, it would be 2.
Or 2 yellow, 2 green. Yes.
Okay, I guess that would be better than a yellow and 3 green.
Yeah, and you could also flip for it too.
Yes,
yeah. So I'll do mechanics and cunning. So that's 2 yellow, and I'll flip 1. So that's 3 yellow, a green, and is my toolkit going to count for this?
Your toolkit will no, your toolkit won't count. But this is a choose your own difficulty, so it's going to have 1 upgrade. So how difficult do you want to bury this thing in there?
Well, I guess if you're going to upgrade it once, that'll give me at least 1 red, right?
Yes, at least 1 red.
I'll take 2 purple.
So it'll be a hard difficulty?
Yeah, with 1 upgrade. Well, that's weird.
Huh.
No natural tinkerer.
I don't think I quite got down that far on mechanics, but let's see. All right. Where is natural tinkerer? That's all the way down there. No, I do not have that. I have bad motivator. That would have been useful at some point. What is redundant systems? Oh wait, no, never mind. That's not going to help.
No.
I have gearhead. That just takes away setbacks. Well, no success.
Well,
no failure.
you can try it again at the same difficulty, but it will have 2 setbacks added on because you're trying it again.
Okay, could those setbacks be reduced by?
Yeah, they can be removed.
Okay, so I get rid of both of them.
Yep. And I'm gonna upgrade it again.
Could the advantages perhaps give him something on this, or?
Yes, the advantages will give you a boost.
Okay, so I'll take the same difficulty. I'll take a boost, use the same pool as last time, no setbacks, and try again. There we go.
All right, so you're able to find it.
Okay.
Or you're able to hide it.
Would there be any way I could hide it in a place that I could then weld shut that wouldn't appear unusual that it was welded shut?
With 5 advantages, maybe?
Well, 4 advantage. Or
4, I mean, yeah.
Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say no for no. Because the hyperdrive, very few things are welded, or at least welded shut. Because if things go wrong, people need to get access to fix them. So 2.
You can probably bury it behind a whole bunch of cables and stuff, so it's really hard to see.
Yeah, you could probably just turn that range into setbacks.
And maybe do a quick diagnosis on the hyperdrive, make sure the thing's not going to break down, so someone needs to come look at it.
All right. Yeah, you can make it we'll say a hard mechanics check to do sort of a once over on the hyperdrive.
Okay. I'll use something in my toolkit, I guess, to help or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the hyperdrive it's well maintained, it's well kept, it's not going to break down anytime soon.
Okay, that's good enough for me. I will see if I can't roll out. I've done everything I can do.
Okay. Excellent. So so we'll return to the rest of the party. After Tal's great performance, a few of the dancers come up and ask you to sort of teach them some of your moves. They try to get you back up on stage to dance with them and things like that. Macron Lowell just seems to be having a grand old time, eating and drinking his fill and whatnot. And eventually R2 returns after a good while. He returns and he beeps and boops at you. And Lowell turns to you and asks, so the accommodations are to your liking?
Everything is in order, Master Duval. That is what I would beep.
Oh,
do you actually
that stupid
say
droid.
Should we head to our quarters now?
Lowell kind of raises his eyebrow, and Duval.
Oh, not Duval. I mean, what was your name?
It's right there on the test, man.
I can't see it. It's so tiny.
Macron,
to be fair, the droid was speaking binary.
To be fair, but also...
Mikhail, that's it. Master Mikhail.
Macron, you gotta give me a 3 red cool check.
Hold on, I'll flip a destiny point at this point to say that I actually had remembered the right name.
All right, flip that destiny.
Because I forgot that we were using cover names, and I didn't bother to remember what the cover names were.
Okay. All right. I'll allow this slip up, so you don't have to make the cool check.
I was going to talk about how the mechanic I have that fixes his vocabulary needs a good whipping, but whatever.
Okay. So yeah. So you guys have kind of finished everything you needed to do. You got the bomb planted, you got all that stuff, and at this point, you can just sort of, you guys, we can go into narrative time and say you guys will stay. You'll stay for the to watch the conclusion of the Hutt ball game, and then sort of sneak your way off afterwards, and we can go rejoin the other group.
And actually watch the end of the football game.
Yes. If we ever, when we need to depart, Mac will just say how he was actually just stopping by because I was dealing with a spice trader nearby and decided to poke his head in.
Yeah, maybe we can actually get a hold of Tommy.
Lowell will he'll look a little disappointed and go, oh, Atrem, be sure to let your family know of how Clan Jiramma really knows how to show a good time, and please let them know that there is an open invitation to their family.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be a blast.
Yes, I shall make sure the entire McKell family is aware of your generous hospitality.
And he bows to you, sort of head and shoulders, and he'll bid you a fond farewell afterwards. And so, yeah, so that's Team Sabotage. Good job, everybody.
Beastie Boys would be so proud.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, it's a shame there was no Beastie Boys music on loop.
Well, so that's the end of that. So, bye-bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Oh,
See you at the other,
We set
session.
them up the bomb.
All right, so now we're going to be doing a little extra hacking for helping the other team with Hutt Ball. So, you guys are able to slip away. Atrem Mikal gives you guys a leave to go deal with the spice dealer, but you're not. You're heading to the arena. So we'll say you get a taxi and head over there. So you've got to make your way into the arena. We'll say so how do you guys want to get into the arena? Because there are like ticket checkers and things like that. So you can either like sneak your way in, or
I think we should just sneak our way in so we don't draw attention to ourselves. Whatever it is, we should probably do it quickly. So
yes. So it'll be a hard stealth check from each person.
okay,
Do you want to look around first for a good point of entry?
Yeah.
Or is
Make it a hard vigilance with a setback.
Perception?
Yeah, vigilance or perception.
Okay. Dara, you have a good perception, right?
Yeah,
so
you don't have
two
the setback.
yellow.
Cool.
I can give you an assistance for that. But yeah.
Okay.
Unskilled, I guess.
So one boost then? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you had better perception than that. But hey, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. So you guys are able to find kind of like a service entrance that's pretty well abandoned. You guys are able to get in, and you're able to find a terminal. So it's going to be, Tommy said it's going to be a 2 red, 2 purple computers check that I'm going to upgrade.
all right, so
3 red, 1 purple.
so we already got inside, and this is us doing the check.
Yeah, this is you doing the check, so you're in.
Okay. So 3 red, 1 purple, right?
While we're doing that, Aiden's going to keep a lookout and have his pistols at the ready just in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip a destiny point, upgrade it myself. Anyone want to give me any sort of like unskilled assistance or anything like that? I'll take it.
Sure.
Dara's got
Just
2
Dara.
in computers. Dara's got 2 in computers.
All right, would that be able to give me another boost? Because
Yeah, it can give you another boost. If her ranks and computers were more than yours, you could use her computers as skilled assistants.
yeah, I don't think anybody's got more ranks in computers than me. I don't know anybody who would bother to put 4 or more ranks in computers.
Okay, so you can get
Like from an actual slicer.
Dara.
All right, so I will. I guess I'll do this. Good luck. Nailed it.
Holy hell. So I will let Tommy know that's oh Jesus.
You have been getting quite a bit of advantage today.
Yeah, I know. I get like 1 or 2 successes, but like pile on those advantages.
You seem to give the network security a slip.
Yeah, you are able to. I just messaged Tommy. You guys sit tight for a moment. I'm gonna hop into his channel and just type him, let him know. But I will be right back.